All right, cool. So I'm hearing some dumb talk about the Glazers, innit? I want to talk to me about United, yeah? I want to me, oh, but you spent money, yeah? So why are you mad at the Glazers, yeah? So please, Mohammed, brought that ridiculous argument. Please.
No, you go first. You know that you're the expert, United.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to.
Go ahead, you go.
Here all day. So, first and foremost, how stupid is that argument? We spent money, yeah? So why should we be mad? I'll tell you why we should be mad. There has been incompetence almost every level at this club, yeah, for the past 8-9 years, quite clearly, right? Probably from before that, but at least clearly in our faces for the past 8-9 years, right? Whether that's in the boardroom, whether that's in the coaching team, whether that's wherever you want to look at it. Other than maybe the business side and the marketing side is where we've done well. Now, when we're talking about this money that's been spent, it's all been spent wrong, right? And it comes to a point, I don't know about you, but if I owned a business and I hired somebody who I was giving money to every season and I was telling him, yo, spend this money, spend this money, spend this money. And every season he was coming back with the wrong things. Every single time the shopping list, the things that he bought went dud after a couple months. I'll be like to him, bro, you need to get out. You're losing your job. You're done out here. And I'm getting the next man in who can make a better decision. Unfortunately, at Man United, we haven't done that. So we've kept hemorrhaging money for subpar players, giving them over-the-top contracts for absolutely little to no reason. So you ask me why we've spent the money. You ask me, oh, we've spent the money, so we should be happy. Yeah, but we haven't. We shouldn't be happy. We spent the money. We haven't done it well. And the people who are the culprits for not doing this well have not been punished. They've been given massive payoffs and they've been allowed to stay at the club for as long as they wanted to until they've decided to walk out. Referencing Ed Woodward here, by the way. So yeah, that's why I'm angry.
You don't got nothing to be angry about other than yourselves, bro. You don't support this stupidity for years. Like I'm saying, and now this is why, like I said, you know, our budget is tighter than your top, bro. You're getting Wout Weghorst because you, man, have been sat there applauding these B-Tech players. Sancho, I'll give him 3 years. Anti-100 mil getting on the back. No question these things that they weren't going to end up here. And now here is where it's at. You're like, yeah, and you know what? You shouldn't be happy that they spend the money. You should be vexed that you're shit. No one's saying be happy they spend money. Be unhappy that they spend the money and you're still shit. Because the money's been spent.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You got a $1.5 billion squad, biggest wage bill in Europe, and you're getting happy about we might be fourth this year. So you have no money left. Their money's been taken away because they can't be trusted with it. So now you get Wout Weghorst.
So the money's been taken away not because they can't be trusted with it, but because they've absolutely ran it into the ground. They've had so many opportunities to spend this money correctly, and they haven't. Every single time they got it wrong. And now we're at a point where we're broke. A club like Man United is broke. How? How could this be?
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Yeah.
Because you get scummed by the players in the club, by agents outside it, and you might keep scumming yourself. Like you said.
No one I like that, Mohammed. It's self-sabotage. Yeah.
Shit.
The people from within the club do not have the ability to do their jobs. They're incompetent. Like I said at the beginning, incompetence at all levels of the club, especially at the boardroom. And if there was competence there, you'll start to see these people that have been making these bad decisions in terms of transfers, in terms of renovations, in terms of the club, in terms of the youth teams. You'd see them get sacked and new ones move in. Edward was there until he wanted to.
Why have you only got £10?
Because
why are you loaning players from Burnley?
Mismanagement of the club's funds.
Man United are loaning players from Burnley. But who's spending this money that you man have like 150, 200 worth of mil worth of defenders alone on the bench?
Good question. I'll tell you who. Ed Woodward. Which is what I'm saying. Ed Woodward isn't spending this money and we've got absolutely nothing to show for it. Yeah. All the people that these are spending money on, bar maybe 2 or 3 players, in the whole time he was there, 10 years of mismanaging our funds, yeah, I can think of 2 or 3 players that I was happy that he signed. Bruno Fernandes being one of them, Martial being one of them, and I'm struggling to think of the third one right now, but I'm sure there's another one somewhere, right? Zlatan was pretty successful, but even these players, do you know what I mean?
Short 10 years.
Basically, Varane and Casemiro at the end of a long road, maybe.
That wasn't Ed Woodward, though.
You said at the end of a long road of signings.
Maybe Varane was. Varane was Ed Woodward. Yeah, Varane was Ed Woodward, but the Casemiro was Richard Arnold. But anyway, we've got new people there. They're still the Glazers' cronies. So there isn't much stake from it. However, it's a new slate. You got to give them a chance. And they're there now. So far, the signings that we made this summer, we spent, at the end of the day, we did spend 200 million.
Are you going to, how about these signings coming, bro?
Like, we've spent 200 million. This guy was his supports Arsenal, so he's talking about.
I'm saying,
he
how
knows
do you
real,
feel
bro.
about Wout Weghorst?
He knows real, bro.
I don't know about Wout Weghorst. We ain't never been loaned players from Burnley.
These
That's why I never loaned players from relegated
man
championship.
cop Yossi Bennett, you know him, learn, bro. Do you remember them days?
Yeah, from Liverpool,
Israel.
not from Burnley. Yossi Bennett played for the Champions League team as well.
Andre Santos,
For about
bro.
10 years.
Bruv, Andre Santos come again from a Champions League team. I've never loaned players from
Andre
Burnley.
Santos.
Have you ever known Chelsea
Well,
to
just
loan
keep
someone
going
from
with Champions
someone who
League
got
team.
relegated?
Just going with Champions League team is good.
At least we bought him. You're loaning players from the Championship.
Yeah, but we don't want him forever. Why would we want to buy him?
Why would
Buying
you
him
loan a
isn't like a
Championship
statement
player?
of being good.
Why would you loan a Championship
I'll tell you
player?
exactly
Why
why.
are you in need desperately of a Championship
I'll
player
tell
that you
you
have to loan one?
Great
Is
question.
that a good look?
Great question. I'll tell you exactly why. Yeah, we've got Anthony Martial. We've got fucking 60 games in the season to play. Yeah? And then we've got no other striker. At this point, we just need a body through the door. Get my man from Sunday League, bro. Forget Wout Weghorst, bro. We just need someone who can come on the pitch, yeah, and give Martial's hamstrings a break, bro. Because this guy is broken, bro.
Listen, we've only got Nketiah in a minute.
He hasn't
And I
been able
don't
to
want
last
Wout Weghorst.
all season, bro. We've got no strikers. Weghorst I'll have, bro. He was World Cup quarterfinalist, bro. It's not like he's a terrible player.
World
He's
Cup quarterfinal.
all right.
Man, come
Do you know
on
what
the
I mean?
bench.
He's not there
Started
for
no game.
Yeah, in a World Cup
He was on
quarterfinal
for like
last
2
minute.
minutes, bro. Big man, put him up top. Let's get long balls in. Perfect for Burnley. If that's Sean Dyche, I'm all for it. Get him on long balls into the box. That's how Van Gaal was playing that game. It makes sense.
Yeah,
but
well-
United are not. I thought United are moving progress all the way they're playing in that Ajax style of football.
Bro,
And you're telling me, wow,
right now
is
we're
your
playing
guy,
well
30 years
without
old.
Wout Weghorst. If you add nothing to this team right now, we're doing very well.
That's why United fans deserve
So
it.
if you
Because they
just
get
add
shit
a
like
little bit,
Weghorst.
a little something, yeah,
A bit of stability.
a bit of stability. It's just a little bit of cover. That's what it
This
is.
is why they do
He's
it
not
to
there to come and
themselves.
change the team. He's there to come and help the squad. That's what he's there for. Yeah, he's not coming in as our hopes and dreams. Everything's pinning on Weghorst to go in the league. No, it's not what we're trying to do. Weghorst is literally there, 6 months, loan until the summer. When the summer comes, Weghorst will be gone. You never know. He might come in and score really
United
great
fans
goals
are
and
the
might do it.
worst.
He might earn a year or two deal out of this to be a permanent squad player, if you like. But
You see what I mean?
even if we sign him for a
United
year or two,
fans.
he ain't gonna be starting every game.
This
He's
way
gonna be
you-
playing in the cup games, giving cover to whoever striker that we
Forget
do
your
end up
cup
signing.
games.
And I don't
United
mind
fans
that.
diss the Glazers
Don't mind
all
that.
the time. But when the Glazers make a decision, they don't criticise him.
Okay.
They're not there. Yeah, Wout's all right. He'll be cool.
I'm-
We can get him in for 6 months. You should be out here like, what are you doing to my club? You're bringing Wout Weghorst to me. This guy's here defending it.
First of all, do you think Wout Weghorst is a Glazer decision or a Ten Hag decision?
It's somebody's decision, and you shouldn't be
Okay.
accepting it from your club.
It's Ten
And
Hag-
now you're
okay.
defending it.
He's
So
deflecting
make up
the
your
question
mind.
as
All these shit signings you make, Harry Maguire, all these, you were all bigging them up at the time. You never like, what are the Glazers doing? Now you're like, it's mismanagement. So if it's mismanagement, call out the mismanagement. Don't applaud it while it's happening. Then look back at it and be like, this is why United are done.
Okay, I asked him a question. Is it a Ten Hag? Was it a Ten Hag decision or a Glazer decision?
Why
I
is that
know.
important?
I'll tell you why. Because he said, "Why are you back?" He said, "Why are you not criticizing this Glazer's decision of bringing Wout Weghorst to the
Okay,
club?"
let's go back
And I'll
another.
tell you
Harry
why.
Maguire, all
It's
of
not
these
Glazer's
decisions.
decision.
Anthony
It's a Ten Hag
paying
decision. So, first
Okay.
of all, can I start off by saying, in Ten Hag we trust. Yeah. So he brings Wout Weghorst. If he wants to bring Igalo back for a second spell, if he wants to do whatever
This
he
is
wants,
how the
he'll
got
manage the
£10
moves,
left.
man. I'll
This is why
trust
you've
him.
got £10 left, because you backed all your shit managers who fucked you over and bought mediocre players for way too much money, and now you're sat there and blaming the Glazers when they're doing what you want them to do by backing the manager.
Passionate speech, but wrong again.
How?
I'll explain why. So what we did at United wasn't that we backed all our managers. We partially backed all our managers until we got to a point where we didn't trust their vision as much. I don't agree with that. I agree with what they're doing now to Ten Hag. So for example,
give me an
let's
example.
bring Jose Mourinho in.
Yeah.
For the first year, we gave him money. He signed players, Lindelof, Pogba, Bailly, Sanchez was later on, but I'm saying in the first season we backed him. Second season, backed him again. When it comes to the third season, he wants more backing. He's crying about trying to sign Alderweireld, getting a centre back, blah, blah, blah. We didn't give him what he wanted, essentially, right?
Do you support
Then
that?
No, I don't, because this is what I'm trying to say. We partially backed him. Even though I was mad at Mourinho at the time and I didn't necessarily want him to do what he wanted, I think you should have backed the manager at the time. The manager wants something, you brought in the manager to do
So
a
you
job,
should let him do
give him what he
wants.
wants. Otherwise, don't bring him in at all. If
So you
you're
should
not,
let
if
him
you're
do
going
what
to
he
partially,
wanted, is that
you're
what
going to
you're saying?
partially back him, right? So let him do his thing if you bring him in. However, they didn't. And then he complained. And what happened was, everyone knows what happened. The ship sunk quickly. When Mourinho gets upset, it gets upset. The ship sunk quickly. Now, the difference with Ten Hag now is what I'm saying. Do the opposite. Back Ten Hag all the way. If he says he wants Wout Weghorst, don't sit there and say, no, you can't have Wout Weghorst. Like we sit there and said, no, you can't have Alderweireld because he doesn't match our club, because he doesn't match what we want, he's too old, whatever. No. If the manager wants him, you brought in a manager to make these type of decisions, let him come in. And let's see what happens. Like I said, he ain't kicked the ball for the club yet. I'm not saying he's an amazing striker. I'm so happy we signed him. No. But at the end of the day, we need bodies. Is Wout Weghorst better than the options we got? Yes, because we have no options. So,
I mean, actually, do you think
cool.
the Glazers know one footballer?
Absolutely not.
So none of them. So all them pay.
So, okay, as a closing remark, so do you see this signing as just any old United signing?
It's the same
Like,
as Igalo. Same as
not like
don't make no sense, and they just doing something to give the fans something for now and no long-term plan. And these are eating it up like usual, making excuses for it. When it's these signings, they need to be like, "This is a joke. Stop doing this to my club."
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Well, my closing statement in that sense is Wout Weghorst isn't a player that United fans dreamed of. I think all United fans knew coming into this transfer window, we weren't going to have the money to spend.
Yeah.
Saying that, like I said, it's not because we, are broke or whatever, blah, 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 just for no reason. We did spend 200 million in the summer and we brought in some big deals. Do you know what I mean? Even though we overpaid on a few players like Anthony, whatever, we did spend the money. Yeah? So I think all United fans or most United fans that are keeping up with the news anyway knew that coming into this transfer window, we weren't going to have a lot to spend. At best, we were going to be looking at loan deals. That was the best we're going to get out of this. And like I said, Wout Weghorst for now, personally, what the hell is Wout Weghorst? I'm thinking, let's see what happens.
Okay.
I'm not too excited about it, but like I said, in Ten Hag, we trust. I'm backing the manager. So far, the manager has deserved. So far,
I back Darren Fletcher.
get out of here, man. So far, the
Technical
manager
director.
deserves my backing because of what he's done so far.
Darren Fletcher, and it job for the boys.
So